One of the questions that we've been asking since these hearings started is whether or not the committee can prove intent, whether the president intentionally tried to overturn the election knowing that he actually lost. He told you in November of 2020 that he lost when you were working in the White House.
He admitted, he blurted out watching Joe Biden on TV, "Can you believe I lost to this guy?"
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here. And Donald Trump does not operate within the domain of reality. Remember, he's a con man. Con men know that they are losers and will never actually achieve anything on their own merits. That's why they become con men. Because no matter how dumb they are, there is always somebody dumber. And if that doesn't perfectly describe the symbiotic relationship between Republicans and the morons that vote for them, nothing does.
And he actually admitted in a press conference when he was speaking to the about coronavirus in the press briefing room, he actually slipped and kind of admitted that Joe Biden won. I think intent is going to be hard. I'm not of the mind that this is going to take down Donald Trump in a legal sort of way, but I do think it's going to inform the public about a man who lost and couldn't do what we've done for the entirety of our history, which is, allow a peaceful transition of power.
Donald Trump could say it was actually him and not Neil Armstrong that landed on the moon, and his MAGA minions would believe him. He could also say that it was his suggestions to bring baby Jesus, frankincense, and myrrh, and the moron evangelicals would laud him. You can watch just one of his numbskull press conferences to see the earmarks of a clinical narcissist and pathological liar plain as day. You can tell why Captain Bone Spurs was a draft dodger, because he had gotten the silver spoon slapped out of his mouth on day one of boot camp. The last person you ever trust in anything is the moron talking themselves up without ever putting a drop of sweat into anything. Listen to Trump for 5 seconds and he's already listed a million claims of his own immaculates. But in the military and in the real world, we reward those who shut their mouth and let their actions speak instead of idle words. When this slimy orange stain was in office, why wasn't he actually doing something to benefit Americans? If his presidency was the greatest leadership revolution since Moses parted the Red Sea, then why didn't he fulfill even a single one of his campaign promises? I don't see coal country thriving. I don't see Obamacare replaced with the greatest healthcare plan ever. All anybody that doesn't have their face connected to Trump's backside saw was a 4-year grift of a con man, a tax cheat to cozy up to the Republican campaign donors, and the largest socialist program enacted in this country's history, Trump's permanent taxpayer-funded golf vacation. The shocking thing is none of this matters. We knew right-wing media was going to pull some doozies over their moron inbred viewers, but all of this pales in comparison to the biggest con in the history of modern civilization, the ultimate ketchup popsicle to a woman in white gloves, the sale of Donald Trump as hero, savior, and God to the Republican voters. We thought they were dumb, but we woefully underestimated how far their ignorance runs. To say they are intellectually impaired is putting it as kindly as possible. No sane person believes Trump won the election. It's like believing the sky isn't blue, rain isn't wet, or the earth isn't round. But oh yeah, moron Republican voters really don't believe half of those things. They don't believe in climate change. They believe the party of trickle-down economics is going to benefit the working class. And they believe a bunch of mooches whose only business their entire life has been the strain of trading stocks and having their lawyers pull a fix are heroes to work ethic and political philosophy. It's time to stop treating these morons as if they have anything more than the loosest grip on reality. Donald Trump is a narcissistic, pathological liar whose fabrications are a product of an adolescent mind, and his voters can't comprehend that sentence. It is a hopeless pairing. The only hope resides in the American justice system. We will close on the most open and shut case in the history of the judicial system and convict Donald Trump of his crimes of inciting insurrection. Because if we do not, then precedent suggests that's not even a crime, and we're inviting every form of evil into public office as a place where there are no crimes, there is no law. We've seen that Republicans are either too corrupt or too stupid to defend themselves from surrendering their country to dictatorship unconditionally. Those of us who actually have enough brains to know better have to step up in this moment and demand justice to save this country from both the hopelessly corrupt and the hopelessly corruptible. Sappers cleared the way, airborne all the way.